Maybe would you like to sit on the floor? I don't know. Up to you. Okay. สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome. Have a seat. Okay, let's have a chat. We have been waiting for you for 10 years.
In this room? 10 years?
Yes, 10 years.
Well, if you build it, we will come.
And finally, you're here. Welcome to Thailand, the land of smile.
I love that.
Do you know that your show tonight, it's just completely unprecedented, sold out.
I love that.
How do you feel about that?
I love that. I'm absolutely grateful. Thank you so much. I knew that we had some fans here. I didn't know exactly how many. And I didn't know that they all want to be in one big room all at once. So it's very exciting. You know, we can do our best to represent as many of the albums as we can tonight and try to please as many fans as we have through the different years. And hopefully get everyone singing along.
จริงๆถามเขาว่ารู้สึกยังไงครับเพราะว่าบัตรขายหมดเกลี้ยงเลยกับคอนเสิร์ตของเขาครั้งนี้เขาก็บอกว่าดีใจที่มีคนมาอยู่ในห้องเดียวกันเยอะแยะขนาดนี้นะคะแล้วคืนนี้ก็หวังว่าทุกคนก็จะร้องตามแล้วก็จะไปเจอกันแล้วก็เต็มที่นะคะ
Or how I interact with my own thoughts through yoga, and I actually get a lot of my inspiration through yoga, and that's either something that I may, well, I don't take credit for the idea that comes up for it, but an idea that may come up inside of me, or something profound that a yoga teacher will tell you. I find that the information they give you to think about or to not think about really helps me in how in my motivation to sit down and create, because really that's the only thing artists do differently than people who are non-artists. It's not the craft itself, it's that you sit down and do something. Right? It's like you just sit down and do it. Anybody can write a song if they just sit down and do it, you know? So it's the practice of yoga and having practices like that remind me to sit down and have a practice of songwriting. And then inside of songwriting, here I go with another complicated answer for you.
I have to translate and I don't have a pen.
To answer...
Be all there.
Yes. The songs come from real events. Next question.
แรงบันดาลใจนะคะที่เขาได้จากการเขียนเพลงมาจากไหนเพราะว่าเพลงของเขาเราก็รู้ว่าเป็นเรื่องความรักเรื่องของชีวิตถึงแม้มันจะมีเศร้าบ้างแต่มันก็มีข้อความที่ดีๆที่มันเป็นแง่บวกให้กับเราเสมอนะคะเขาก็บอกว่ามาจากประสบการณ์ตรงมาจากประสบการณ์ของเขาเองมาจากความคิดที่เขาคิดกับตัวเองนะคะแล้วก็มาจากหลายๆครั้งมาจากโยคะแล้ว
For me, when I wrote the last album, We Sing, We Dance, We Do Things, I wrote it entirely on a nylon string guitar, and I also wrote it almost as if I'd never had any success, because obviously On Yours hadn't been released yet. I'd had a fair amount of success with other albums, but I managed to get myself back to a place where nothing mattered, and I just wrote freely and chaotically, and the album is energetic. On this album, I was a little bit more conscious about the world, thanks to I'm Yours putting me all around the globe. So I was hyper aware of my environment and the impact I was having on it. Through the years of traveling on I'm Yours, I met a lot of different great volunteers, people who do heroic deeds, work for the world, in various... I don't want to necessarily go down different paths here. But anyway, I just became hyper aware of the world. And I started playing a steel string guitar, which is a little bit different than the nylon string guitar. Something about digging in creates more of a sadness. Yeah. But that's not to say the album is sad. But in order for me to get to songs of hope and enlightenment and optimism, there has to be the absence of light. And for some reason, I equate playing a steel string guitar out in the backyard in the wilderness with something a little more introspective and almost lonely. Yeah. This is the weirdest answer I've ever given. Sorry.
Beautiful. I hope I can get all of that.
I'm just trying to make it easy. It's where I am. Because I love home. I'm a homebody. I'm a homeboy. And if I think that my home is somewhere else, I'm going to start to feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, I'll be homesick. I'll think that I have to be somewhere else. So that's another practice that I choose. It's just be here now. You know, this is what it's about.
ถามเขาว่าเขาเดินทางมาทั่วโลกแล้วนะคะที่ไหนคือบ้านเขาเคยเขียนเพลงเกี่ยวกับเรื่องนี้นะคะเรื่องของระยะทางระหว่างโลกกับพระอาทิตย์แล้วเขาก็มีปรัชญาที่ดีที่ว่าที่เขาอยู่ณตอนนี้ก็คือบ้านนั่นแหละค่ะอย่างตอนนี้ประเทศไทยก็คือบ้านนะคะถ้าเกิดว่าเราคิดเสมอว่าบ้านเราอยู่ที่อื่นเราก็จะไม่มีความสุขสักที Okay, finally, this is your first time in Thailand. Aside from giving us a kick-ass concert tonight, what else do you expect to do in Thailand? What you would like to do?
Well, you know, I wish I'd had a little more time to explore and be a little more adventurous while I'm here. You know, a lot of my band went out and ate bugs, which I didn't get a chance to do.
Did they survive?
I think
they made
hope so.
Okay.
I haven't seen them yet today.
Maybe did I an 8-piece band instead?
Yeah. And, but, you know, I came here for a show, and so I've really been putting all my attention on that. You know, since we arrived, we had a band meeting, we were working on new arrangements. You know, I went to bed early, I did yoga all morning, I'm here doing these interviews, so really I'm just putting all my energy into the show, because I got 12,000 reasons to be responsible for tonight's show. And I just look forward to singing with all 12,000 of those voices. You know, I think it's going to be a pretty, you know, enriching experience. Your grace, that's one thing I've noticed about this country, you know. This very gracious bow, this welcome that everyone makes. I'm honored to be here, and I'm honored to know that there's been 10 years of listenership, and that we finally have an opportunity to share, you know, this music together in a live event. And I've never only been somewhere once, so my being here now is proof that I'll be back. So thank you so much.